name is BDK, and today I will be demonstrating how to create and show hide and reveal activities. This is part of the Creating Interactive Lesson Activities and the Smartboard training. To navigate to my next page, I'm going to use the arrow button located in my toolbar, my action toolbar. And you can also navigate to your next page by selecting the Page Sorter tab located in your side panel and by navigating and selecting the different pages you want to do. I currently am using the auto hide feature so that my page sorter is not visible. And for the rest of this demonstration, I will always be hitting the right button, the right arrow, to navigate to my next page, and the left arrow to navigate back if necessary. There are 4 activities and 4 hide and reveal activities that I would like to show you. The first is a screen shade and reveal activity. Notice I already have the screen shade on this page. To get to this screen shade, I selected the screen shade tool located in the action tools, and I moved the screen shade down. If I would select the screen shade again, it would disappear, and if I select it again, by clicking on it, it reappears and covers the entire page. The screen shade has 3 handles on it, located on the left side, the right side, and at the top. They allow you to move the screen shade to the right, to the left and back, and vertical, up and down. I had the screen shade located right here, and as I navigate back to my original page and back to the page I was at, the screen shade stays stationary. To get rid of the screen shade, as you saw, you can select the screen shade tool, or you could hit the red X and it will disappear. It will close out. The next hide and reveal activity that I'll show you on the next page is move and reveal, and then order and reveal, and finally erase and reveal. I'll navigate to my next page by hitting the right arrow. Here's an example for how to use the 3 other types of move, order, and erase to reveal. Excuse me. For instance, let's say you had this example, where is Tutankhamun's tomb? If you'd like to demonstrate that within your classroom, you would have to have the answer typed in or written in and objects hiding those answers. The first is where we would move an object to reveal the answer. We have a rectangle that's been filled in with color that is on top of the answer. To reveal it, you simply select the object, the rectangle, by clicking on it and dragging it down, or to the right, or off of the answer, the Valley of the Kings. Order and reveal. Order and reveal means that there are objects located here that are layered in a specific order. There is text written, the Valley of the Kings, only in white color. You change the text color to white or to match the background of whatever page you have. As I move my box or my object over the answer, it appears. The text, the Valley of the Kings, is located in front of the object that I moved it over. So in other words, my rectangle was behind the text. This dashed box was there so that you knew as an instructor where the answer actually is, since the answer matches the same color as your background. The final one is called erase to reveal. Students like this one because it's almost like a little bit of magic, because they don't know anything's there until you erase it and it appears. The answer is typed in, the Valley of the Kings. It is in a different color as the background, but what we did was we took a pen and digitally wrote with our digital ink and changed that ink color to match the background of our page. In this case again, the background is white, and what I can do is show you with my box where that ink is. So with this rectangular box, you can see the white ink that needs to be erased, that is covering up the answer. So to reveal this one, you could simply go to your eraser tool in your toolbar, or you could pick up your eraser from the pen tray and simply erase the answer. Erase the ink to reveal the answer. Before I show you how you can create one of these activities, we're going to talk about why would it be useful in your classroom. Why would you want to hide information before talking about it? Notice I have the screen shade down here to demonstrate why you'd want to do this. In this case, I'm using the screen shade to show one answer at a time. Okay? First off, it can help activate prior knowledge. Oftentimes, your students are coming into an activity that they don't know anything about currently, and you want to see what have they learned in the past that might apply towards what you're about to teach them. It can help them start thinking about the concepts and help you see what your students currently know. It increases processing time or think time. Oftentimes, we ask a question and don't give our students enough time to answer or react so that they are thinking about it in a way that helps them learn. It focuses the attention. It allows students to see where the answer is. They have to be paying attention. It incorporates interactivity. You could have students coming up to the board to move and reveal or erase. Okay? And it also gets your students to participate if you're posing questions and having that nice discussion. And finally, it's just a little bit more appealing than a normal lesson that just uses maybe an overhead projector or a white or chalkboard. As I navigate to my next page, I have a demonstration here of what we could do to create a hide and reveal activity. In this particular case, I posed the question, can you name this shape? You'd ask your students, they would generate a discussion. Once they have maybe an answer, or a student is up at the board leading a discussion, they could simply take their object, bring it over the dashed area which shows where the answer is, and we just use order to reveal to show that it's a cube. What I'll do next is show you how you could create this page from scratch. So to do that, you could either start with a brand new document, or if you're on your current document, you can open a new page by selecting the white page with a green plus sign. And that will bring up a new page. Now we have a new blank page, and we want to bring up the objects that are there. First off, let's find out where we could get the cube. The cube is an object located in the gallery. The gallery is located in the side panel in the second tab down. It looks like a frame with a picture in it. Select that. Go to the search bar, and you can simply go to your desktop computer, type in the word cube, and hit the search button. Or, for our purposes here, I will select the on-screen keyboard from my pen tray. And I will type the word cube. And then I'll go back to the side panel, and I'll select search. After selecting search, this is what you will get. You will get 3 options: related folders, pictures, interactive, and multimedia. We have 17 pictures, and all I wanted was a picture of a cube. So I select the pictures option, and I find the cube that I want. Okay? I had the cube that was transparent, which shows all of the lines that are hidden when you're looking at the object head on. Insert it by simply clicking and dragging. Now that you have your object, you can click on it, drag it to wherever you would like it to be. Okay. The other thing that we had was a rectangle that was dashed to show us where our answer is. So to get that rectangle, you go to your Shapes tool in the toolbar, select Rectangle, and click and drag. Okay. In this case, I actually selected the square. And that's okay. It doesn't matter what shape you pick. And now what we want to do is make this square dashed and maybe a different color so that it doesn't pop as much, because the shape that we're actually trying to identify is our object of the cube. So I'm going to go by selecting on the square or rectangle or whatever object you drew in within the shapes. And I'll go to the contextual tools, and I will select a different fill color and line color. Actually, I want the fill color to stay the same. It's currently white. But my line color, I want to make a little bit lighter. Maybe a gray. That's a little bit too light, so let's go to a little darker gray. Okay. That looks good. And now I want to change my line style so that it is dashed. Next, I will type the word cube. Select your text tool. Select page. Click in the page, and type the word cube by selecting the on-screen keyboard and the pen tray. Close it out by hitting the X. Select your select tool, the arrow, move it over cube. And now what we need to do is select cube, either go to the properties to change its text color by selecting the drop-down menu and going to properties, or by going to your contextual toolbar and going to the text color tool and selecting white. Now it disappears because it's the same color as my background. As I drag my object over, you'll see that cube appears. If you do not want the box that you typed in, or that you drew in that was dashed to appear, you can simply change the order by selecting the drop-down menu, the order, and send to back. So that as you drag your object over, it remains in the back, and your object goes on top of it. Okay. In that case, it didn't work. Okay. We want to send it to the back. There we go. I must have clicked something wrong. There we go.